April 30th is International Jazz Day. Jazz, the cool music, born in the cradle of the Civil War. It's a uniquely American style of music that emerged from the slave experience, particularly in the southern states. It is deeply rooted in the rich musical and cultural traditions of Africa, and heavily influenced by European classical music. New Orleans is generally considered to be the birthplace of jazz, and now jazz is played all over the world. It's a symbol for freedom and empowerment, and a statement against injustice and oppression. I had a jazz teacher named Macy Blackman in the East Village of New York City in the mid-1970s. Macy wouldn't even consider taking me on as a student unless I had 8 years classical training, minimum. Because, as he said, you got to know all the notes before you can learn to forget them. Our lessons went like this. I would go over to Macy's apartment, and he'd play a 1920s jazz 78 LP, and we'd listen to it. And then Macy would compose a jazz piece that I would have to learn for the following week. Now, Macy liked to partake in marijuana, and he had a bud the size of a pineapple in a glass case on his coffee table. And after every lesson, he'd break off a little piece, and we'd partake in the bud. Well, as the lessons progressed, the bud started coming out earlier and earlier. And after about a year of studying with Macy, well, I'd just go over to his apartment and get high. That was my lesson. But that's jazz. Cool. Unpredictable. Zigging when you should be zagging. Going with the flow. Complete freedom within a structure. Cool. I'll play some jazz for you right now. There's a little piece I'll call Afternoon Serenade.